Hello, my name is Zachariah Alvey. I teach in the computer science department. I taught computer science and web development in high school for 20 years in southern Utah at the same high school. I hosted a talent show to promote my classes every year. I have had a foot in the industry on the side at odd jobs the whole time I was teaching. I learned about BYUI from teaching online as one of my side jobs for several years. It is a great privilege to be here. My project is focusing on changes that I implemented this semester for my WDD 130 course, Web Design and Development Fundamentals. The issue was that they were having trouble with freshman retention for this course. They assigned me as the course lead because I am the fun guy that can help the freshmen. I was challenged to make the class more fun. One strategy I used to help me with this challenge is the bird's eye, 1,000-foot view of the course. Instead of looking at the individual assignments for each week, I started by looking at the university outcomes. Then I looked at the course outcomes. I looked at all the assignments to see if they were meeting all the outcomes. With this method, I felt the problem was clear. It was missing a genuine and substantial collaborative experience. I feel this was leading to student atrophy and attrition. Next, I collected some data to help me see how I could improve the assignments in the course and get feedback from the students. I had Scott Services help me interview the course students the last few semesters. One thing I learned was that students love the ICE Challenge assignments, so I added more of those. I also learned that the GitHub program was very scary for students and seemed to be scaring them and frustrating them. An example of an ICE challenge is like this picture. I will give them a picture and have them work on it in class to try and code the web page to look like the picture. GitHub is frustrating, and when presented too early, it can seem like a big monster instead of the cute little octo kitty. I designed a new course map to make my changes. I got feedback from my course council, and I used my own version of the Bloom's taxonomy and split the class into 3 stages: plant, sprout, and grow. I start with reading and studying to plant the seeds and let them soak in all the new information. Then I ease them into practice with the ICE challenges, which build on previous knowledge. Then I finish the course working in a team, i.e. a client-developer simulation, where they are supporting each other and creating a product. The client developer simulation allowed each student to practice being a client who hires a team to develop their site, and each student gets to be a lead developer in charge of a project over 2 other team members, and each student is a junior developer to 2 other sites. They are involved in 4 different projects at once and have to juggle tasks and manage and communicate with their classmates. This also provides a much more natural and needed reason for using GitHub, and they have had success with the HTML and CSS code and are ready for a challenge. This project aims at using the highest levels of Bloom's taxonomy. The tricky part of this project is organizing the class into teams without overlap or duplication. Luckily, I am a computer scientist, and I wrote some sweet code to group everyone perfectly with no issues. I got some informal feedback, and it seems to be positive. Students enjoy the natural pressure that comes from relying on each other to complete their tasks. They enjoy simulating a real workforce experience. Students see better why they need GitHub and are more motivated to get it to work. Some negative feedback was that they didn't like making a site plan for someone else to build. This was not a negative to me, it was what I wanted. The biggest problem with this assignment is that everyone has to participate for it to be successful. If students don't do their work, it makes it hard their classmates. I may need to build in some flexibility. Where to go from here? I have Scott Services coming back to see how it went this semester with the changes. I am working to prepare the course for the other teachers to use as the official curriculum for the course. They are excited about my changes, and that is why I am a progressing teacher at BYU, Idaho.
realize